Aloha, this is Dr. Martina, your online sex therapist and sex educator. Today I want to dive into female orgasm. You know, it's one of my it's one of my absolutely favorite topics, not just because I am female and not just because there's such a mystery around the female orgasm, but because I'm a geek and I like to learn everything I can about human sexuality. So let me dive right into it. We know that the orgasm in women does not contribute to reproductive success, and it accompanies heterosexual intercourse with a surprisingly large unreliability. What is it? 5% of females actually orgasm through intercourse. So the male orgasm has never caused a stir because pleasure is precisely linked to ejaculation, the most important step in passing on male's genes to the next generation. But how about the female orgasm? Is there some kind of a evolution about the female orgasm? Because like I said, we don't need it to get pregnant. So, what about the female orgasm? Elizabeth Lloyd is a philosopher from the Indiana University, and in 2005 she wrote a book, The Case of the Female Orgasm. In this book, she reviewed 18 published theorists about its function, the function of the female orgasm. She concluded that none had a strong evidence in its favor and were undermined by other findings about human sexuality. She thinks a female orgasm is nothing more than a byproduct of the development of the male orgasm. And this is another thing she said, let me quote her. She says, "The orgasm is to women as nipples are to men." Now there have been many other theories, but none are widely accepted. I came across a paper by two biologists who conclude that the response of the female orgasm originated in mammals more than 150 million years ago as a way to release the eggs to be fertilized after sex. They thought that something that matters so much at an emotional level, the intense pleasure of an orgasm, would seem to have reproductive consequences. Now, of course, to come to such a conclusion, these biologists had to investigate the biology of distant related animals for clues to this mystery, and that is what they did. So these two researching biologists noted that many female mammals released oxytocin and prolactin during sex, the hormones released by women during orgasms. But what makes it interesting is that many of those female mammals, such as rabbits and camels, release an egg only after mating with a male. Those early mammals developed the clitoris inside of the vagina. The clitoris could send signals to the brain, triggering hormones that released an egg. Now, this arrangement, of course, has worked very well for mammals that rarely encountered males. It helps females make the best of each mating. But eventually, some mammals, including primates like us, started spending their lives in social groups. So females had access to regular sex with males, and orgasm as an ovulatory mechanism was no longer so useful. Our female forebears instead evolved a new system releasing eggs in a regular cycle, and the clitoris, now get this, the clitoris moved away from its original position. The biologists speculated that this shift was part of evolution's dismantling of a sensory system. They mentioned that you don't want to have old signals sending noise at the wrong time. Now, we don't know how and why this happened, one of the biologists is saying in this paper, but it's just a very strong evolutionary pattern across mammalian species. Now, because only mammals that evolved ovulatory cycles did the clitoris move away. Now, that is a fantastic theory if it's really true, isn't it? I understand that this new theory only shows us how the human female orgasm possibly first evolved, but I think it also gives us an idea how little we know about about female orgasm, and hopefully it will inspire us to think hard about what we need to know about female orgasms. These two biologists, they wrote this paper in 2016, so it's fairly fresh. They're saying that this theory will look at the reproductive system of the women differently when we have a model for how it may have evolved. And I think this theory will give us a different outlook, yet again, on the powerful clitoris and how the part it plays in our female orgasm. So I hope this inspires you, I hope this tintillated your thoughts, and I hope it was entertaining. I will talk to you next week. Have a great week.